We're on the grounds at Lyndhurst in Tarrytown, New York, half an hour's drive from New York City. This National Trust property is probably the most beautiful Gothic revival mansion in the United States, built in 1837 by Alexander Jackson Davis. It was home to three different illustrious American families. Jay Gould was the last owner. He's well known as being a railroad magnate and industrialist. The south and western facades of the house are surrounded by a Gothic veranda that overlooks 67 acres of rolling meadows, going all the way down to the Hudson River. On a clear day, you can see the city. Right now, we're going to get together with Suzanne Brendel-Pandich, the director, who's going to give us a tour of the interior. Come on. This place is vast. Absolutely, the scale of it is not to be believed. Hello, Suzanne.
Welcome, Bob.
Now, this wonderful house belongs to the National Trust for Historic Preservation, right?
That's right. The National Trust owns 18 properties, but this is the jewel in the crown.
I agree with you. It's stupendous. Now, look at all the marble in this front hall.
Well, it's not really marble. It's faux painting just to look like marble. And it's on plaster.
It's a great job. It's so realistic. And who's the gent in the picture here?
Well, this is Jay Gould. He's the third owner of the house. And like the other two owners, he came here to escape from Wall Street, and this was their country retreat. He made millions and millions with railroads, etc., long before they had an income tax. That's right.
How many rooms in this house?
There are over 40 rooms in the house.
Clearly, we don't have time to look at all of them. Which ones would you show us?
Well, I'm going to show you my favorites, but on the way to the dining room, which is not to be missed, we'll pass the music room, and then at the end of this long hallway is probably the best Gothic revival dining room in America.
Wonderful. No place cards?
Your seat is at the head of the table.
What a room. Tell us about it.
Well, the architect did beautiful Gothic detailing in the ribs of the ceiling, which look like oak, but are actually plaster painted in graining to look like oak.
Fantastic, the tracery and everything. And then the proportions of the room itself are pretty spectacular. It's about a 30-foot dining room, or?
Yeah, about that. And the architect designed all the appointments for the room, including the hexagonal table and the chairs that go around it.
All made of walnut, it would seem. Yeah, spectacular. Now, do you always have the table set like this?
We reset it 3 times a year from our collections of crystal and plateware and wonderful ceramics.
And Tiffany?
Beautiful Tiffany place settings.
Spectacular. Now, tell me about this fireplace. This is pretty unusual.
Well, the fireplace is made of contrasting marbles, including onyx here in the center.
In the back.
In the back. And
this looks like travertine for the mantel shelf.
And then I believe Rouge Royale for the colonnettes on each side.
Oh, aren't they spectacular? And this, of course, is all throughout the room.
Well, it would seem so, but like in the other rooms that we've seen, the colonnettes above the fireplace are wood and marbleized again.
Fantastic. Now, has this room been restored, or is it really in its original condition?
It's in its original 1868 condition. The walls still have the stenciling on it, and this is the original painting.
Marvelous. Where to next?
Well, we're going to go up to the picture gallery, and up there, you're going to see Jay Gould's picture collection, something that he collected when he bought the house.
Sounds Gothic.
And if we continue, Bob, 3 more flights, we'll be at the top of the tower.
Wonderful. Which way is the...
Down here.
The studio.
Bob, this is the picture gallery.
Wow. What an unbelievable room.
And in the 1830s, this was originally the library.
What an incredible floor, though. This goes back to 1837.
Yeah. This is an original floor, and we're still fortunate. It's one of the few we have left in the house.
It's a combination of walnut and maple, I think.
That's right.
That's so pretty. And what a bunch of pictures everywhere, huh?
This is Jay Gould's picture collection, and he collected it when he bought the house in the 1880s, and it's typical of the period, and they were stacked in this form, and that's how they used to display their pictures.
Victorian art collectors would hang them all kind of chock-a-block like this.
That's right.
Yeah. Tell me about the stained glass window. I've never seen anything like it.
This was added also during the Gould's period, and about 1880s. Tiffany was a neighbor of theirs, and
so it's Tiffany glass.
It's Tiffany glass from Tiffany Studios, and this is called the Angel of the Arts.
Magnificent. I see the palette and the brushes, and The triangle and the square. Yeah, it's just wonderful. What about the big picture on the far wall here?
This is by a French painter named Bouguereau, and this is the picture of a young Italian lady with her baby and sort of a secular Madonna. And
it is.
It's very much in the taste of the 1880s and other collectors of the period who liked the European academic painters and pictures that told a story.
Great.
And were somewhat sympathetic.
Yeah. Where to next?
We're going to go to one of the guest rooms.
Okay. Oh.
Bob, this is the guest room in what we call the Duchess's wing of the house.
I love the ceiling in here, but why is it called the Duchess's room?
Well, the Duchess was the youngest daughter of Jay Gould. Her name was Anna, and she married the Duke of Talleyrand. And when she came back, she redecorated this whole wing of the house with French antiques. Things
that she brought back. So this Gothic bed would be a French Gothic?
Most likely a French Gothic piece made up of French paneling.
Exquisite. And what about something like this rather impressive desk?
This is a bureau plate and a beautiful French desk, and has, however, American decorations on it with the desk set by Tiffany. And also a beautiful lamp by Tiffany.
Oops, yeah, gorgeous stuff.
And also we see orchids, which are very symbolic of the Gould family. They had a wonderful collection of orchids in the greenhouse on the property.
Really? So they were orchid fanciers.
Great orchid fanciers, and the greenhouse was the largest private conservatory in America.
What a wonderful guest room, huh?
That's right.
So the house is open to the public?
That's right. It's open 6 days a week, Tuesdays through Sundays, and weekends year-round.
Wonderful. I'm sure you'll get a lot of visitors this next season.
Thank you
for the tour.
I'm glad you could come.